Greetings, everyone. 2K Sports brings you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr as we get set to bring you all the action. A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. First, for the Pacers, Collison is out there with Oladipo. They've got Turner. A big game for this young man making his NBA debut. And it's Young in at the 4 slot. And looking at the Thunder, Russell Westbrook out there with Roberson. And at the center position out of New Zealand and the University of Pittsburgh, 6'11" pivot, Steven Adams. What a tremendous talent, getting ready for his first NBA appearance. Then it's Paul George, and it's Cantor in at the power forward position.
You know, so much has been said about the Oklahoma City home court advantage, and for good reason. I mean, you can feel it and hear it like a college atmosphere.
That's a good point. Collison against Westbrook. Collison kicks to Turner. Back to Collison. He passes to Bogdanovich. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Clark, back to what you said. Not only can you hear it when they are here, you can literally feel it. The rumbling, Steve, when you first come out of the tunnel is amazing.
Well, the Thunder have a fantastic team, Kevin, and you know they've been good the last few years, but you don't go 34-7 at home like they did last season without a significant advantage coming from the crowd, and I think that's been the case here. The crowd is loud and active and fired up every single night.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I briefly spoke with Oklahoma City's head coach. He'd like them to concentrate defensively on slowing the game down. There's simply too much speed in their opponent, and to get into a run-and-gun type of game is not to their advantage, guys.
And thanks for that story, Doris. On defense, Oklahoma City. Collison, the pass to Young. Back to Collison.
Look at me!
And the basket good. Collison's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, sometimes when you're at a height disadvantage, that's the way to attack. Go right at your defender.
And
Get it! He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim.
First quarter, just over a minute played. And so it's Indiana with it. Collison kicks to Turner. Slides it from 19. Misses off the left iron.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Well, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
And then George with the jam. That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary for him.
Man.
Oh, you know it. The guy can climb the ladder, can't he?
Oladipo, good. 19 seconds left to play here in the first. Now Westbrook. Up in time. And no good trying to get that one. It's a tie game in Oklahoma City. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. What do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
It was pretty impressive the way they moved the ball, made the extra pass, and found open shooters that whole quarter.
Yeah, it's been a complete team effort out there. Great to watch.
Yeah, and he's one player who doesn't need a lot of space to get to the basket. He's really crafty. The way he can blast his way straight through traffic, he was really strong.
And I also think he might have played a little football, Steve, because he's excellent at intercepting passes. I mean, that seems to be his calling card defensively. One thing that always translates from team to team is defense. No matter who you play, if you can challenge shots and bother shooters and play together, you'll win, and that's why the Pacers had so much success against Western teams last year.
Clock is at 3. Brooks misses.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Roberson the pass to Westbrook. George dishes to Westbrook. Another miss by Westbrook. And over the last decade or so, it's usually been the Western teams getting the better of the Eastern teams more often than not, but the Pacers are able to be the exception because of their defense, as you were talking about.
Yeah, if you can defend and rebound, you can beat anyone at any time on anybody's floor. And I think the Pacers were able to do that last year, 18-12 against the West, and that only trailed Miami as far as...
Here's Westbrook. Westbrook gets a screen from Adams. Westbrook kicks to Cantor. The shot no good, and it's the Pacers taking it the other way. Here's Robinson. Sinks that one from the post. Robinson's got his first points of the game.
Boy, that floater takes such a nice touch.
Adams the pass to George. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play it.
Robinson dishes to Brooks. He kicks it to Stevenson. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first half. Jefferson's shot is off. And George, here we go. Second quarter ends in a tight one. Indiana out in front, up 1. Well, folks, stay tuned for the halftime show at Damon Bruce for all the highlights from our first half.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Hi and welcome. Halftime report coming your way with an excellent game going on in Oklahoma City. A tight game for Indiana squaring off against the Oklahoma City Thunder, having their way on offense, and that may be an understatement. They simply can't miss. Darren Collison has been coming up big for them. Nothing comes easy. He's done the hard work, and they could pull it out once they get to the second half. And it was a good first half as well for the Thunder. Their offense has been really something to watch. High efficiency. They're putting the buckets together. Some great work out there by Paul George. They're running their offense right through him, and boy, is it working. He scored more than half their points. Thanks so much for joining me here in studio. Second half action is coming right up, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the game.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Paul George really making a difference here.
Yeah, what a remarkable half, the way he attacked the rim and scored in the paint. Defenders, they were trying to slow him down any way possible, but he still got through.
Easier said than done. Oh, my goodness. Huge play. Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, it's startling that he'd even try that right now.
Indiana trailing here.
Well, Indiana's success last season was built around its defensive prowess, and they usually would set the tone at the start of the game. They were one of the best in the league at allowing the fewest first quarter points.
Roberson lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, they're going to need some help there defensively. That matchup is going to be a tough one to deal with. Pacers trail by 3. Collison with it. Westbrook picks him up. Collison kicks to Bogdanovich. Dishes it to Oladipo. No good from outside. Going back to the Pacers once more, you knew they wanted to emphasize defense each game. Instead, they would always come out and get right in the offensive player's face to start the game. And they allowed the fewest first quarter points of any team in the league last year, Kevin. That's a great way to kind of set the tempo, set the tone in a ball game. And the Pacers were able to establish that defense right away. Westbrook passes to George.
Clock at 6. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Roberson gets the bucket. There's 31 seconds left to play in the third. Collison kicks to Bogdanovich. Passes to Young. Here's Bogdanovich. Outside Collison. To stop the run. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Here's Westbrook. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Thunder lead by 6. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Thunder.
Boy, guys, I really like how they've driven the ball to the basket in this game. I mean, they've been very aggressive with it.
The other thing that jumps out to me is just the big number of assists they've had. The offensive efficiency has been a major factor.
Oklahoma City leading by 6. And Roberson kicks to cancel. George. Outside Westbrook. This one for 3. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
It should be easy to correct, though, if you start making the right rotations defensively.
Indiana, they're working against the clock right now. 1:22 left in the game. Collison against Westbrook. Back to Collison. Here's Turner. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Yeah, that is Showtime stuff right there. Major highlight reel material.
Young outside. Wide open. That ball's great assist by Darren Collison.
Great-looking bounce pass to set up that play.
Bogdanovich passes to Turner.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark Power on the dunk.
And, guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
The Thunder shooting indicative of smooth offensive play. Up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. And George kicks to Adams. Westbrook a screen on Trump. He came off the screen and finished with the third.
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is safe.
Well, if not 100% safe, certainly 95%.
The Pacers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Oladipo dishes to Collison. Feeds to Oladipo. And there's the pass to Bogdanovich. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Westbrook kicks to Adams. Roberson, he's covered by Collison. There's the pick. Collison against George. Fires the 3. He buries it. And now it's a 10-point Thunder lead.
A serious game-clinching run. They've taken off here. Impressive.
No backing off. What a surge at the right time.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George.